Next on the shop out list, I got this Williams Firepower 2. This game we just brought home from the arcade today. It is pretty well whooped. It hasn't had a good shop out in a long time. The rubbers are, in desperate need of replacement. The game is playing super slow, like molasses. We got to get this thing clean and polished up, some fresh silver jets. I'm just looking at the game. I don't think it ever got leveled properly with the correct pitch. I think we need to jack that up. And the flippers are really weak too. So we got to rebuild the flippers, get those things firing hard to compensate for the incline we're about to put on this to increase the speed of the game. We got some dead pop bumpers up here. One of the coils is fried completely. It's actually black, so that's going to have to get replaced. I'm guessing we got a bunch of board work to do. My guess is there's a locked on transistor in there, so we got to go through all the boards. And we do have to upgrade a little bit of this lighting for sure, but there was at some point LEDs put in this, at least in some of the areas. This ramp over here, one of the techs was telling me that the ball sometimes would just come and just roll right off the side of it, like it was a real soft plunge up to the ramp. So he mentioned something about tweaking that and trying to level and adjust it, so I'm not sure what's going on here. We have to rip that apart, figure that out, and maybe make some modifications or something. And I don't know, I'm kind of got an idea here where I might want to put a few mods on this game, but we're just going to go through the process and see what happens. So, tearing right into it. It's a quick update of where I'm at on the Firepower 2 project. I got the playfield all stripped down, cleaned it really well. I had to do some touch-up paint on the playfield. I didn't do a ton, but there were some areas that were really bad and really needed it. You couldn't even read some of the lettering up here for the release ball, and down here. It looks like it's been tried to have some touch-up done on it before, and it wasn't the best for sure. And I had to actually get a toothpick, and I dipped it in the paint and tried to recreate some of that lettering. It's so small, you can't really get to it with a paintbrush, and it was very difficult, but I did the best I could on it. Somebody had put this protective mylar on it at some point, and the issue was they didn't actually touch up some of the paint first before they put the mylar on. They must have noticed there was some wear going on, and they said, well, I want to protect it. So in some ways, they saved the playfield, because I've seen these games completely roached out in the middle. So they did save that artwork underneath of there, but it would have been nice if they could have did a little bit of minor touch-up before they put it on. Also up here, it looks like they just slapped on another piece of mylar on this other high wear area and overlapped it, and that's kind of has a nice little bump and a lip there. But I'm kind of afraid to mess with it right now. I'm not trying to get into a complete restoration on this game. This was just supposed to be a quick shop out and get it back down to the arcade. But I am going a little bit further with it. Definitely the pop bumpers I haven't tore down yet. I think I'm going to upgrade these. So originally they have the white pop bumper bodies and the white skirts on it. The skirts got replaced at some point. Actually, I think that was white original, but I'm not real sure, because I know these got replaced. But I don't really like the white. It's so bright here, and it doesn't really fit. There's some off-white on the playfield, but there's nothing really bright white like this. I feel like it's out of place. So I've decided I think I want to go with these translucent pop bumper bodies and red skirts. I think it's going to look a lot better. Now, I might stick with these original pop bumper caps. These have that off-white look, which matches the playfield better. And it does have some red and black, so I think those will look sharp, and it'll actually have some contrast with the translucent pop bumper body. And when I put the LEDs in here too, it's actually going to allow that light to spread outward too and help lighten up this area, because it's kind of a dark area up here around the pops. So I'm thinking that might help that out quite a bit. These targets also got replaced at some point. These were broken. I remember at some point being busted and cracked. So these have the nice new foam behind them. None of the other targets have any foam left, not even a remnant. It got beat. So I'm going to have to replace all the foam on all the targets. That really protects helps protect the targets. And it actually softens the blow too, so the ball doesn't smash up against the glass as bad. It doesn't like to ramp up and jump as bad when you get that foam back there. This target up here, this is always getting broke and busted. last time it got like a quick shop out, I could not source this target. We couldn't replace it. And I did find just the square actual target piece, but not the entire assembly or switch, which I really just wanted to replace the whole thing and be done with it. But now I'm dealt with. I'm going to have to like drill that rivet out. And I don't have a rivet gun here anymore. So I either have to go buy a rivet gun to replace that, or I might just see if I can use a nice rounded head machine screw and put a nut on the back and actually secure it like that. That's going to get foam behind it anyway, so that'll kind of cushion that. So I might try that. If that doesn't work, I'm going to have no choice but to go get a rivet gun and actually rivet it on there. Because that just looks terrible. And you can get a round one, but I don't know. I really like the square target right there. We have some other issues that are kind of going on with this that have to be addressed. I did upgrade a lot of the lighting. While I had everything tore down like this, there was some mixture of like actually still some incandescence in areas. Some of the playfield GI lighting already got replaced with some good LEDs because the playfield was just so dark here. And I'm still battling that. I feel like this playfield is just way too dark. So I went ahead and did some more upgrades here, and I think I got another light mod I'm going to do back here. Some other kind of fun things I'm going to do with it. Now the other thing I think is really bad, up in here you see like some major damage. You can see the trail mark from the screws that hold the plastics in digging into the wood as the playfield gets raised up and down. And I've seen a lot of pinballs do that, and I'm like, what's dragging on there, right? So I'm thinking, did somebody like do something different? No, like these holes are actually like this from the factory. There's no other, holes around where somebody shifted it or put the wrong screw in or anything. It's really close to the edge. As a matter of fact, this one up here, it actually busted out the wood a little bit on the side. So this was just, I think, a mistake from the factory. So I'm going to have to try and fill this in with some wood glue, maybe put some toothpick and wood glue, fill that in, let that set up, and try to re-drill beside it. And that's going to be really tough because the hole has to line up with that plastic, and it's going to want to pop right back into that same exact hole. But if I don't solve that problem, it's going to continue to just destroy the side of the cabinet here. So now I have to either paint the side of this cabinet black or cover it up. I'm actually thinking I might just go ahead and put some mirror blades on this, because the mirror blades I think would look really sharp on this game. It's got mirrored back glass, it's got this reflective trim all around here that looks really sharp, and the mirror blades, when you put that on there, it amplifies the lighting. The light reflects off of it, it looks really cool, it gives the playfield almost like a wider depth range. I love mirror blades, so I might go ahead and just do that as another mod and upgrade to this game. I finished the shop out on this Firepower 2 a while ago, but I didn't get a chance to shoot this video because I had to get the game down into the man cave ready for a pinball party that I had. So now I'm going back and finishing up this video basically. This is what the playfield looks like after the full shop out's done. I did all the normal stuff that I usually do with the shop out procedure. Took everything off the playfield, cleaned everything up. I did a little bit of touch up on the artwork. Not much, just a little bit. Did my 5 coats of wax, buried it in there, protected it, put everything back together. I did have to do a little bit of repair work on this ramp, not too much. It was just a little bit out of shape, I guess you would say. I tweaked it a little bit. Somebody was in here and they were trying to do something. I don't know what they were doing, but they kind of bent it a little bit. I was able to recorrect that. Screws were really loose also, and I think that was the major problem underneath. So I got all that stuff done. I did all the under the playfield stuff, went over the connectors in the board and everything that needed done back there. So getting into the rest of the game, I did upgrade to the Titan rubbers. I really like the look of the Titan rubbers on this game. The red dominated the game here. I did use red super bands on the flippers. I like the red with the yellow contrast, so I did go with super bands for that. The rest of the game is Titan rubbers. However, I did add some yellow highlights up here, and those were Titans as well. Now, I did a tremendous amount of mods to this game, and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to shoot another whole video that's going to go into detail about all these mods that I did and why I did it and stuff like that. I'll leave a link in the description below when that video is ready, and please subscribe to our channel so you can get updates when that video is ready and all of our other cool videos that we're doing here. But I'm going to quickly just go over it since we're right here, what we did. So lighting upgrades. This game was really dark, so I felt like it needed a lot of lighting upgrades. We added these stadium post lights on here, and it actually works really well. Like, the amount of light these produce is awesome. It really filled in this dark area here. It highlights these targets, in which I actually added all the decals on here, which was the little alien head featured from Firepower 1, so it looks really cool. I added another light down here in the out hole that kind of shines up through the flippers to light up the flipper area a little bit. I also added a light inside the lock hole up here. I replaced that saucer in there with a nice translucent red new one, and I tied that light in with the lock feature light so it lights up that hole, so that looks really cool. Of course, LEDs in the whole game got upgraded. I did this little mod back here. It's just kind of like a little printed box that I made and laminated and glued it together. It's okay, but it really lets you know when you lock the ball, it jumps out, you release lock firepower, so it tells you what to hit. And I thought it needed something up here. I'm not completely sold whether I'm going to keep this. What I really wanted was a cool 3D printed spaceship up here. And I tried. I don't have the CAD skills to design that. If anybody out there could design me a spaceship that looks like this Firepower spaceship in a 3D model so I could print it and mount it here and put lights in it, make it look cool, that'd be awesome. And but for now, I'm going to stick with this one. And I did some pop bumper mods here too. These are 3D printed UFO caps that I did. I thought it would look really cool. The bodies are translucent, so I replaced those with translucent ones. It actually does provide a decent amount of side light when those light up, as opposed to the solid bodies. You don't get that. And this was a dark area up there, so that actually helped out. And during the game, when these lights come on and off and it chases around, it has a really cool look to it. So I did all those. Of course, all the underside feature lights, those got upgraded with the LEDs, and I had to clean all those inserts and really brighten the game up. I was experimenting with here whether I wanted the warm white or the natural white light for these inserts. So I got a couple in here. I still haven't decided what I want to, go with. I kind of like them both, but I'm kind of leaning towards warm white lights all through here. I did install a speech board in this game too. So the speech board wasn't actually available for this game. It was something they had in Firepower, and they took it away on Firepower 2. And they left the connection for it, the ability to put it in there is still in there, because they pretty much just used the same board and just changed the game code, really. So that functionality was still in there. So I found out about that in that board, and you can actually buy the sound chip and everything. And now this game has that speech functionality, which is really cool. So I did add that back in as another one of the mods. But thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe and look forward to all of our other amazing videos that we're going to produce here.